Hi, I'm Matt Hatton from technology industry analyst firm Transformer Insights. I'm here at the Things conference in Amsterdam talking about the Internet of Things and specifically LoRaWAN. I'm joined by Ignacio Llopis, who is from a company called IoTsens. Welcome, Ignacio.
Thank you very much.
Great event to be at. Tell us a little bit about your organization and what you do.
Yeah, thank you. We are IoTsens, a Spanish company. We are a IoT solution provider. We are specialized in producing hardware and software solutions to connect devices and put all their data into the cloud. And that is where we also analyze the data and provide the final KPIs to the final customer.
Okay, so it's an end-to-end IoT solutions provider working across a variety of different vertical sectors?
Yes, we are specialized in two sectors. First one is water IoT, and second one is custom projects.
Okay. And the water projects are around smart metering, around the monitoring of the infrastructure that the water companies have? Tell me a little bit about that.
Exactly. In the water sector, we come from an industry group that has more than 100 years experience working with water technology, and that's where we were born. That's why we have very good solutions in the water IoT sector, and that's where we started working with LoRaWAN about 4 years ago, and we trusted since the beginning because we think it's a very good connectivity and trustable connectivity from the water meter up to the gateway, LoRaWAN server, and then to put all the information in the cloud. And that's what we provide in the water sector.
Okay. Now, there are probably a number of different technology choices you could have made. Why LoRa?
Well, first of all, because it's an open source protocol.
Sure.
And that's something that is very important for the developers. Secondly, because the band rate and also the weight of information that we are providing is the proper one, the protocol that adjusts at the proper size, and also because it's technically good for us and easy to implement plug and play projects and end-to-end solutions with this communication. Okay,
very good. And how have you seen it evolve over the last few years? Has it become easier to use? Are there some developments of this show that look interesting for you from a technology standpoint?
Yes. I have to say that compared to other communications, LoRa from the beginning was easy to implement. And nowadays is getting more easier because more of developers are working with, and more companies are implementing LoRa under their umbrella, and that's something that is very good for the community.
Yeah, so the fact that the ecosystem is growing at such a rapid rate helps you as a developer in a particular field with what you're working on.
Yes, exactly. We are part of the companies that we are also implementing big projects. All the big projects are starting always in a pilot stage, where you can monitor, let's say, hundreds of endpoints with LoRa, and then when you do a very good pilot stage, you get the results, you put the KPIs and you show them to the final customer, and then they realize about the potential of this, and that's why after that they want to go big, and that's where we have big projects in Spain with more than 25,000 LoRa endpoints working in real time under our software platform.
Okay. And challenges, for instance, the scaling, have you found that to be a challenge, or are there other challenges that you have in your implementations?
Well, challenges are always there in technology.
Of course.
And scaling is probably one of the biggest ones. I was hearing before at the conference that IoT is IT. That's what Bianca and Johan said. And I think I agree a lot with them. We are facing some problems of scalability sometimes when we are integrating in a big or a huge project with 2 or 3 more companies that are already working in that project. Yeah. That's what I say, interoperability and integrability of the LoRa network solution is going to be one of the challenges.
Okay. Now, you talk then about IoT being part of IT. That's always been a challenge because you have an environment of hardware manufacturers and you have an environment of software developers, and sometimes those two parts don't necessarily talk the same language, right?
Yeah.
Now, you have to work through both of those parts. How do you get that, get those two elements to work together?
Yeah. I like to say, because in our team, for example, we have half of the team is software development,
Yep.
and the other half is hardware development. And as you said, sometimes they don't speak the same language, but I always try to focus them that they have to dance together. And dancing is about rhythm and coordination. And that's a critical point here. So they have to focus on, especially at the beginning, from the hardware perspective, that this is not going to be ending only in a hardware device. This is going to be monitored on a software platform at a client's premises. So if you keep in mind since the beginning this horizon, I think is a very good thing.
Okay, makes sense. And what next for IoTsens?
Well, next for us, we have very challenging and big projects, especially connecting machine-to-machine devices. We've been the last years connecting coffee machines, for example, refrigerators, pumps, and that's where our expertise is providing very good solutions to the final client. So from our perspective, we started in the water sector. We are also in the water sector, and we will keep in the water sector,
Yep.
IoT. But now we are very focused on connecting any kind of device. I'm talking about kitchens. I'm talking about devices in bathrooms. Everything will be connected. And also, next step is inteligencia artificial. I don't know how to say in English.
That's okay, but much more.
AI,
much
AI,
more.
sorry.
Okay. So integrating AI into what you're
in the
doing.
data.
Okay,
Yeah.
This will be interesting to see. Now, much more diversity then, by the sounds of it. Effectively, you're taking the learnings from using LoRa in one vertical, specifically utilities, and then taking them into those other different verticals.
Yeah.
Different challenges associated
Yes.
with doing that, because obviously you're starting to go into a completely different environment in terms of what the devices need to do, how they might be reporting, what kind of data they might be reporting. So are you finding it a natural evolution path, or are there some challenges associated with that?
There are some common challenges in these different projects, depending of if it is water or, for example, we have very good experience in smart city projects. We have developed last year 700 sensors in Valencia that are working under one common software platform, and that is also one of the challenges, the smart city, and especially the coverage areas, the shadow points inside some of the cities where you don't get the proper coverage.
Yeah.
So you have to take care different aspects depending on what kind of project are you doing, but also some of them are common.
Okay, interesting. And what are you hoping to get out of this show?
Well, first of all, it is very nice to be here, because you see how the environment and the ecosystem is growing, and that's something that for me in particular is really good to see. That means that we are going, all of us, in the right direction, and also sharing and understanding about other people projects, other people know-how is a very good insight for us to keep this path through LoRa and IoT technology.
Okay, it's a fascinating event. Ignacio, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.